돌아온 영들 리턴하지.
Welcome back, guys. We promised it was going to be a 1-minute break, and it was. And we're back here with Tunsu for the second place interview out of Group B. Congratulations on getting through. We're going to take a look at some of the highlights from the matches.
This was the most important match of the final, the Warrior Mirror.
Says you have had a very tough match against Flurry today. The point of this match was I strengthened my weapon a lot. That was a big part of the victory. I was able to get so many charges out of all of my weapons. And then this start is something you never want to see when you're playing against a Shaman. Did you feel any pressure playing against Flurry, who kept clearing your board? If I'm the Shaman in this position, I'm saying no. He says, I kept clearing the board in response as well because I didn't want to get behind. But he's still a little bit unsure as to whether that's the correct decision.
Cases forced to by the Fierce Monkeys. So, talking about the really quick game that ended super fast, he said he felt a little bit guilty about that. It was an insanely quick game. That's the third one. We're looking at the fourth one now. It was match point. And it was just a clean finish there. Had too much of an early lead after the Reno Grok.
A lot of players brought Warlock to this tournament. And they have a lot of trouble defending against aggro so far. What are your thoughts on that? He says, when I play against aggro, he goes for the mulligan that is most aggro himself. So he wants very early cards, stuff that can deal with early threats. Tunsu has to play against Flurry twice today. Had to. He says he felt pretty relieved about that, because he already beat Flurry in the first set, so he felt confident against him in the second set as well. So lifting off some of the players in the round of 4. Which player are you most afraid of? There's Caster, Time, and Dahyunny. He says, of course, Dahyunny. He lost to him once today. And on the other hand, he says he would love to play against Time, because he never got to play against Time. And it's the match he's looking forward to the most. Tunsu's very strong against traditional players, he says. Going into his round of 4 match, what would he like to say to the viewers? He says there's a lot of new things coming out in this tournament, and just thanks for watching. It's been fun so far. Here is our deck of the day. Why don't you take us through this, Wolf?
Well, this is the combo deck that we saw from Tunsu that won the powerful Druid Mirror earlier. It's the Kun deck with Avi on it, the variation with Malygos and 2 Moonfires. You can only see 2 Moonfires, but it's very much a pro deck. You can try this one on the ladder, but you might want to play it on casual. You will lose a lot of games with this deck, but it will work in the pro scene sometimes. And had it not won against that Druid deck of Kai-Zero earlier, then Chunsu would have likely been eliminated from this tournament. It's a deck that revolves around Aviana giving you Kun for 1 mana, then your crystals are refreshed, and you can cost every minion you have left in your hand for 1, and it leaves you with an incredible board. Very similar to N'Zoth's Corrupted one, the one that brings all your Death Rattle minions back. It's like one of those moves where you play it, it's like, okay, now you're probably dead if I'm not dead after this turn. But it also has the Malygos synergy to kill people with Moonfire, so it's a little bit stronger than that. But a tough deck to pull off on the ladder. So I would say have fun, try it out if you have that much dust. It's a pretty expensive deck, but not one you're probably going to want to climb the ladder with.
Yeah, it's not the most solid, as you were saying, but a fun one at that. If you've been watching this entire tournament, it's probably Shaman, Rogue. If you really want to be climbing super hard, if you want to grind it out, be a bit try-hard, go ahead and try those. Warrior's pretty nice too. So that will do it for us. We did have the interview with Chunsu that does complete the day, and it's been a nice, even though it's been a little bit long, it's been a nice couple of days of Hearthstone. Here's just the way that things went down today.
Yep. As you guys can see, Chunsu beat Flurry, Dahyun beat Kai-Zero, and we had that matchup in the winner's match. Dahyun advanced in first place. He'll face Caster, and then Flurry and Chunsu matched up there. Chunsu winning out in the end. He will face Time. Here's our round of 4. It will start tomorrow at the same time at 6 p.m. We'll have 2 best-of-5s in the round of 4. The finals will be a best-of-7. So the finals are definitely what you want to watch, because they are going to have probably some unique decks that got pushed in, as you will need to win with 4 decks instead of 3.
And even more strategy going into that as well, because there's more decks to consider. There's more of your own decks to consider against those decks, which ones to self-ban, which ones to ban. So it's going to be a fun day tomorrow.
Definitely will. Make sure to tell your friends about it, and we'll see you there.